It's over, folks. This is it. They killed it. I'm not even gonna try to bait you to hang out until the middle of the video to give you the simplest answer. Hogwarts Legacy Definitive Edition is cancelled. It's killed. It's over. There's good news out of this, as the title suggests, but first I want to express disappointment, both yours and mine, because it's mostly because like 2 weeks ago, I made a video where Jason Schreier is like, oh yeah, this thing is still happening. And now it's not. So my tweet was exactly, it's like the back and forth. That's how it felt all this time. Are we having it? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So, Insider Gaming reports Hogwarts Legacy Definitive Edition cancelled by Warner Brothers. According to a new report from Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, the Definitive Edition and DLC's cancellation comes as part of an ongoing restructure at the entertainment company's video game unit. The project was officially cancelled this week due to concerns that the amount of content was not substantial enough to justify the price being considered. Okay, I want to pause here right away a little bit. I was worried that could happen. Basically, I don't know what was really in this definitive edition. But I was talking about this, that like, if there is an ace, if there's something cool they want to bring and put a price on it, is it worth it really giving it away to the first title? Or is it a better idea to save it for the sequel and have the sequel, contain that ace, that special card, whatever it is, Expecto Patronum, new spells or new area, new mechanic, you name it, right? So I think that's what ended up happening, where it's a great thing. It says that the concern was that the amount of content was not substantial enough to justify the price of being considered. So at the end of the day, it probably wasn't even enough. Maybe if it did feel like a little update and something that people wouldn't even consider buying, and it could have injured Hogwarts Legacy's reputation by doing that and disperse their energy on different things. Insider Gaming exclusively first reported on the development of Hogwarts Legacy's Definitive Edition and DLC back in October 2024. The new version of the game was scheduled to include 10 to 15 hours of additional content, including a new story quest, side quest, activities, and outfits. In addition to the Definitive Edition of the game, the DLC was expected to be available separately for those who already owned the base game. Wow. Wow. This sucks. It sucks because, like, I'm torn. Because the good news about this is that now they can fully focus on the sequel. That is the bottom line. With no extra content now planned for Hogwarts Legacy, the studio seems to be moving forward, focusing on the eventual sequel to the popular game. Back in November, outgoing Warner Brothers Games president David Haddad said that Hogwarts Legacy 2 was a very big priority for the company and that production on the game was in progress. The sequel is being developed by the same studio, Avalanche Software, that developed the first Hogwarts Legacy. The original game has sold nearly 35 million copies. That is absolutely bonkers, and has remained a top-selling game each month since its February 2023 release. What do you think about Hogwarts Legacy Definitive Edition being cancelled? Blah, 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 blah. Here's what we think. Frustration. I can't, It sucks. It sucks because it was this back and forth, dance of it's happening and not happening. But the good news, the bottom line is, now they don't have any distraction. They can just focus on making Hogwarts Legacy sequel, on making that game their priority. And that's what they're doing right now, because we have job postings. Let me take a look at this briefly. We have a brand new today. They announced a few more jobs that have gone up for, let's take a look at this. They're calling all witches and wizards across the globe. Avalanche is looking for the next wave of talent to build multiple games. Okay, that it's a different video's topic, but the multiple games is insane, and it's crazy that they are saying it themselves. They're acknowledging, Avalanche Software is acknowledging that they're doing multiple Harry Potter games. Well, they're not saying Harry Potter here, but I think that's what is meant here. They're looking for executive producers, software engineers, product management director, director of design, lead design and narrative, gameplay. So where Hogwarts Legacy is right now is in the test mode, or at least was, you know, during the stage of production. Many people come up with different concepts, different ideas, different quests, gameplay mechanics, story deviations, right? And the job of the director of Alan 2, if he remains the, you know, the lead director of the sequel, his job will be to identify good ideas and then try to make them work for the final product. But right now they're testing, and it looks like they're narrowing down a few things since they're now hiring more people, because, oh my God, they probably already. Also, for example, the mod support is another test, so to say, because it welcomes modders, different creators bringing new ideas into the game, and they're seeing the communities respond. Unfortunately, that this testing is only on PC, and console players cannot participate in this open beta test. But at the same time, the results of the mods will feed into, and Hogwarts Legacy sequel will benefit from it. But yeah, again, I am disappointed, and it's not like I'm frustrated. It's not like, right? I cannot be like that, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be that guy who's just whining that he didn't get it and just wants, you know, and causes a fit about it, because, you know, it whatever the developers feel is the right move, that's their call, and I'm gonna accept it at the end of the day. I'm gonna wait longer until we get the sequel, and that is gonna be the legit product. And so there's no need to be extra frustrated about it. And as I said before, I'm actually a little bit not excited about this, but I feel good about this decision, because I know, like, because when you have multiple projects happen at the same time, you naturally get dispersed, you spread out on all those projects, and you know, and so it is better when you have a laser focus approach to something. And so that's where I like it. It's they pulled the plug on this, because that's what I was thinking. Like, if releasing a DLC 2 years after the release of the game, knowing that the sequel is in progress, that means you are working on this, but you're still, you know, going back, so to say. So yeah, it's just, I think Hogwarts Legacy sequel, it will only benefit from this. And that will mean that the next game will feature the most amount of new content and really be packed with all kinds of different stuff, which is a different topic, because they're not only talking about just the sequel, they're making multiple games. It looks like they have heard what people were saying about potential live service games. They have heard talks about the will of the company of Warner Brothers going into live service and bring some multiplayer aspect and online aspect into the Harry Potter IP. And so I feel like they're making smart moves with this by not just trying to make Hogwarts Legacy sequel a Swiss Army game, but rather expand the catalog of Harry Potter games. But that's where I'm gonna let it be for now. There's so many talks to have in the future about multiple games, about the sequel, about how it's gonna be shaping, at how it is shaping, what is happening right now, because it is a quite fascinating topic, game development in general, and the way Hogwarts Legacy was developed, I think, can tell us how the sequel is being developed as well, and can pinpoint on certain timelines that we can expect. But again, different topic, different video, guys. Sorry to be the bearer of these news, but I think it's all for the good. I think it's all for better. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, and all the other buttons of that nature. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.